Okay. All right. So to begin with, I want to talk about the prisons of people's perception. There's this quote that I really love, and it's like, we all live in the prisons of people's perception of us, and it's up to us not to make that perception who we are. So first off, the question is simple: how do we break free from others people's perception of us? Going from this, your experience of, like, growing up and seeing people have different perception of you that wasn't what you had of yourself in your mind, breaking free from that, and even that continual process of having to figure that out again. Talk to me about what that quote means to you, and also what your relationship is with that idea.
I'm glad you said let's talk about what that quote means as well, because me, I'm a fundamentalist, I develop the foundations. I like to build foundations, strong foundations in whatever I'm doing. It doesn't have to be, when it comes to making building a building. Sorry, I'm just watching two squirrels interlocked into some.
I can see that too.
What that is kind of, yeah. Tell them, show them. Okay. Anyway, that's how I was saying. They straight scrapping. I was like, hey man, they playing around there. It's kind of fire. Anyway, sorry. Back to the topic.
The world is the world.
It's the world is the world. You gotta enjoy it. You gotta enjoy it, man. You don't wanna miss that shit, man.
You don't wanna miss that beauty.
So sometimes we're just two squirrels, just fucking on a tightrope, scrapping. The battle between mind and body, really and truthfully, mind and soul. It's that psychosomatics, that dissonance. You're trying to balance yourself on the tightrope. Your mind's telling you to go this way, your ego's telling you to go that way, your heart wants this, your soul wants that. At the end of the day,
pull it back.
I got completely sidetracked. Sorry, the residents. That's what we call.
Bro, I was about to go off on a squirrel thing, bro. Pull it back. People's perception of you. What does that quote me to you?
Trust me. That happens all the time, man.
I mean, that's what I'm here to do, bro. I'm here to pull you back. But go off, though. Go back again.
But what was the quote?
So we all live in the prisons of people's perception.
We all live in the.
Up to us not to make that perception who we are.
It is true. How do you
relate to that?
I relate. I feel like not even me just relates to that. We all relate to that because, for one, we all have a perception of ourselves, right? And then in that perception, we want to live up to that perception. Why? Because we believe that's who we are. We believe this is who we should be. It's the right thing to do. But at the end of the day, for some people, we also have that perception of. We have that realization that other people has a perception of who we are as well. And that perception of other people's eyes looking in on your identity completely changes the trajectory of your perception of self. What do I mean by that? Simply, just knowing other people are watching you and hearing the words that you're saying, seeing the stuff that you're creating, acting in the way you behave, will completely change the way you perceive yourself and how you express that into the world. Simply because you want that validation, you want to fit in. It's that tribal, biological, primordial need to fit in with your tribe. If you start coughing back in the day, though, everyone will start looking at you like, bro,
is this nigga ill?
It's like, oh shit, yeah, you're gonna affect the tribe, bro. You gotta go walk off in that direction, and then walk 15 miles in that direction. Stay in the back, and now you're isolated. Now you're alone. It's like that's the whole point. So
we've evolved to be able to see that and notice that quickly, and then adjust our behavior towards that, so we don't get isolated from the tribe.
Yeah, but in a sense that it's like because back in the day it's like you don't have much to do. Oh yeah, my bad. Like back in the day, it's like I got used to that one because I like to get chill. I like to get chill, loose. That's cool. That's great. No diddy. That's a no diddy. R.I.P. the boy, man. Come on, dog. That guy's a villain, man. That guy's an actual villain. Anyway, but yeah. So it's like. I even forgot what I was saying.
No, but okay, so yeah, you're talking about like I was saying how we evolved to be able to see that. But like basically the question is, how do you break free from that? Like now you've noticed that does happen. We all have.
Yeah,
that. What are some of the tools or like ideas that you've learned about how to break free from the perception of you?
Because at the end of the day, you have to realize that other people are a mirror. Like everything. I got a couple quotes for this one. On resources. But at the end of the day, you got to realize everything is a reflection of yourself. I just got a comment right now. You see that? It says kaboom.
I mean, see that, but it says kaboom.
It says kaboom.
I'll verify it says kaboom. When you open the phone, it came up kaboom.
That shit. You have to. See, I even forgot the link to that. Got too many thoughts. Too many thoughts.
Too many thoughts in my head from everyone else's advice.
Trust me, it's the
Do it
war
my
one,
advice.
man.
A peace of mind would be nice.
Salam! Oh my lord! Get off your phones, people. Get off your phones. Sorry. Anyway, let me find this thing real quick. Boom. You want to know a secret? The relationship you have with yourself literally creates everything around you. It's funny, actually. Even your relationship with others is a mirror of the relationship with yourself. What you see in others exists in you. What you judge in others is what you express in yourself. What you love in others is what you have not yet realized you possess. This is why loving yourself is so damn powerful. It's not the cheesy, self-affirming bullshit. It's your actual relationship with your soul. Some would say it's Christ. Some would say the universe. Some would say just love in self, love in itself, connection. It manifests and creates your physical reality. So everything is by default how you interpret things, right? So you need that mirror. You need that mirror to actually, because as we've said before, the God consciousness, the God does not like
the Godhead cannot view itself.
Yes,
yeah.
the Godhead does not view itself. A knife cannot cut itself. Water does not wet itself. That's Alan Watts right there, you know. And essentially it means we cannot see the blemishes, we cannot see our achievements, we cannot recognize the actual value of who we are and what we are without having an actual mirror in front of us to do that. And that mirror is you guys. That mirror is you, Jeff. That mirror is nature. That's everything around us. So in that sense, while we are molding our own and creating our own perceptions of ourselves, the outside world is also doing the same thing.
Then here's a question then. Not to stop you. Actually, finish that thought. Finish the thought. We just talked about this. Finish the thought.
But the main point being is you have to... Oh, I lost it.
I'll bring you back. Because I think I know where you're going. Let me know.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so is the question I had, right? Then is our identity shaped by other people or about our own
truth? That's a good
truths?
question. No, see, that's the thing. That's what I was going to get into. That was literally what my next point was going to be.
Yeah.
It's the... So it's also shaped by other. It's shaped by other people if you let it be shaped by other people. It's shaped by other people if you let it be shaped by other people. But the most potent form of identity is your own truth, really and truthfully, your own authenticity, your own beliefs, your own unbiased and experience, knowledge, understanding, and wisdom. That is the most potent, the most concrete, foundational type identity that you will find. Like what other people see from you and perceive from you will never be the full picture. Will never be the full picture of who you actually are. Even how you perceive yourself wouldn't be the full picture of the entirety of who you are. You know what I mean? So it's like you have to come to the realization that you can let people determine your life for you, or you can determine your life for yourself and be the author of your own story type deal, right? Are you going to let other people, write little sentences in your book? Or are you going to be like, okay, you can write your sentences, yeah, but this is how I'm going to interpret it from my truth, from my belief, my authenticity. It's an interesting one. It's an interesting one. That's one thing about breaking free. You have to be self-aware. You have to look into the mirror. You have to be silent. And you have to look within, really and truthfully, because all the answers reside within. We were all born with that natural, innate wisdom to actually know what's going on. I think there's a concept called what do you call it? Wise amnesia.
What does it mean though? Like
God amnesia. It's that type where it's like some people believe that we obviously come from, that we are gods, and that we placed our consciousness here. We came down from Earth to experience this reality, and because of that, we chose to forget everything that we've learned. In some type of like amnesia, right?
Yes.
So that we know what all we need to know. We have all the answers to our questions, but we choose to forget them. But they still reside within us, somewhere deep within, and you're not gonna find it anywhere outside. It's all within, your being, within your soul, within your heart. And I like to say my motto is, do it right, do it every day. Your heart is the compass. Let it guide you to your truth, really and truthfully. Because if we think about that one, the heart is in the middle of the body, It's in between the 3 upper chakras, the 3 lower chakras, the middle Daitian. Connects everything together in a nice little coiled snake, if you will, kundalini. But we ain't gonna get into that right now. Do your thing.
Thank you for that. Actually, that's so brilliant. Like the way you've just actually like explained that to me, and also just the ideas, and I relate to that so much too, because like, man, like the experience of like letting other people's perception like dictate who you are, it's something I think we all go through. And I think maybe it's from childhood that we, you know, I think some certain families, you grow up, you care about how other people will perceive, especially your mother or your father will perceive you. So from then that seed of that idea begins, that, you know, your value is now determined by an external factor. And then when you grow up, you don't really understand how to just let that go, you know. And I think that what I realized about myself was that like in order to really like actually be who I am and not have any fear or anxiety or just even love for myself and self acceptance, actually was me understanding that like the idea that people's perception of you will control you is only an idea in your head. And like once you let go of that idea, then you can really begin to make the work. Then the work really begins. The work of actually working on yourself, figuring out who you are, and actually having a relationship with these people. They become not audiences, they become members, they become participants, reflections. You can have conversations with them. And then you're not too stuck on that idea of that what you thought they had in your head. Because usually that idea is negative. I think we have that negative perception of ourselves, and we externalize that, like you said, it's a reflection.
Projecting our shadows onto others, saying, oh yeah, we think they're gonna think bad about us because we think bad about ourselves.
Exactly. And then so we have that perception when we deal with them. But you said something so good, and I didn't want to interrupt you then, but I think I remember now. You mentioned the third thing. You were saying about how love is, we love what we don't have in ourselves. You know, like we love the things that we are yet to accept about ourselves in people. Yeah. Like go off that stopped me there. But go off that. What does that even mean? And how do you understand what, like, what does that say about love? If that's an aspect of love for everyone else.
That's a bar. So basically, this is a quote from Girl From Website. Started following her like a couple yesterday even, because obviously I resonate with this individual's posts on Instagram. Girl From Website. Shout out to Girl From Website. Savage. I can't even lie. What you judge in others is what you suppress in yourself. What you love in others is what you have not yet realized you possess. So it's that. Yeah, let that one sink in for a little bit.
Let that one breathe. Let that one
sink in for a little bit. Oh my gosh. So it's the idea of. I don't want to say the words that come into mind now are jealousy and envy. You see someone who has something, and obviously, I guess this would be the opposite side of the coin. You hate things, or you're jealous and envious of something that someone has, because you don't possess it. It's the same side of the coin. You love what you. Oh, let me get the quote back up as well. What?
You love what you have yet to realize.
Yeah, you love in others what you have not yet realized you possess. Yeah. So it's like, though you don't realize you possess what you. I don't know how to explain that one. Like,
is it more like? Is it like, because what I relate to how it stuck with me is that when you meet someone, right, and then you see them, for example, you know, you meet a girl and you feel like this person is free, this person has this aspect of themselves which I really like because I admire this version of themselves, this version that they can inhabit, and you admire that, and that thing you admire is because you feel like you want that but you don't have that yet, but it's within you. That's how you can relate, that's how you can connect.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, yeah, literally it's like, oh my gosh, you don't realize you love it because just like, oh, this is, I want to be like this guy. I admire this person. I would like to emulate this person. You know, I'm inspired. I want to, you know, act like that. I want to be that free, that liberated. I want to talk like that, whatever. But the only reason like you realize that you love it is because it's somewhere within you. Like you don't realize you are capable of what this is. It's a reflection of yourself, essentially. So it's like what you love loves you. You know what I mean? Ooh. What you love literally loves you. It's like there's another quote or another post on the same page as well. What you see in others exists in you. You know what I mean? What you see in others exists in you. It's like your capacity to love others is literally your capacity is a reflection of your capacity to love yourself. You know what I mean?
Have you struggled with that in your life? To see that within yourself and then...
Yes, because obviously highly impressionable. Highly impressionable, highly fucking, what's the word, inspired. I like to watch other people's content. I like the way people, like, me as a person is an amalgamation of all my favorite, cartoon characters, anime characters, philosophers, YouTubers, whatever. I see something and I'm like, oh, that's dope, I wish I could be like that, so I start acting like that. Straight up. That's straight up, like. And then eventually, after so many different fucking idols and heroes, you become like an original type of, this is how I present myself now, taken from the synthesizer. It's literally synthesis. That is synthesis at its finest. But hey, what was your question, by the way?
No, you answered it. It wasn't even a question to be answered. I was just asking how you relate to that, how you relate to the idea that the love quote too, but also like and I think to be fair, I think you answered it actually. Then you mentioned something which was really cool. You said what you love is within yourself is what you love, and it reminded me of a quote: "What you seek is seeking you." And just before this, we started, we were talking about something, and just to move on to that topic, just slightly, move into that topic. We're talking about the algorithm and how the algorithm is a what it basically is something that it will show you things for you that you think that you like, but over time you'll start to mold you into the person that they think you should be, because it's just slowly every single day showing you things that they think you like. And so the algorithm is programming you while you're programming the algorithm. And that you relate to that, you relate to that, what you seek is seeking you. So develop on that point. Talk to me more about that.
Essentially, so